In this video, you will learn 4 more tips that will make your man miss you and want you more. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling underappreciated, or if you just want your man to think about you more, then you've got to watch this entire video because I'm going to tell you the 4 secrets to make that happen. So don't go anywhere because we're starting in 4 seconds. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello. Welcome to another video. I'm a psychologist and relationship coach, and I make weekly dating and relationship advice videos. This channel is all about helping you build great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love. So if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by clicking the subscribe button and the bell notification so you aren't missing anything. Okay, on to the 4 secrets to make a man miss you and want you more. Here's a scenario. You begin talking to a person who you think is super attractive and you think he would make a great partner. You're super excited about this guy because everything about him just sounds perfect. He's attractive, he's successful, he's funny, he seems to have a lot going for him. And maybe you even question if he's in your league. Perhaps you're feeling skeptical if this person would even be interested in you. And when he shows signs of interest, you're not only excited, you're a bit surprised and hopeful. Can you relate? Have you been there? Okay, good. Well, stay with me here. So he asks you out on a date for this upcoming weekend. You get really excited about it and you think about and plan what you'll wear, how you should do your hair and makeup, and you think about and anticipate how the date will go. You know, you daydream about it. Then you go on the date. Things go very well. Communication is solid. You feel like he's checking you out and he's interested. He's asking you great questions and you both have a lot of fun. But the date ends without him asking you to confirm what's next. You both go your separate ways and you don't hear from him that night or the next day. So how do you feel? What would you do? Would you reach out or would you wait? Are you feeling kind of insecure, wondering and hoping that he's going to call? Perhaps you're analyzing and rethinking so many of the interactions that you've shared, the things that you said. Then, 2 or 3 days later, he sends a text message asking you to make plans for the following weekend. So what do? Do you accept right away? Do you make him wait? Do you decline and ask for a rain check? What do you do? Starting a relationship from this position makes it more likely that insecurity will motivate the way you interact with this new person. When we feel like we might not be good enough, we are much more likely to be on our best behavior and create the personality we think is most compatible with the other person. I've known many men and women who have had this experience. And rather than acknowledge their feelings of inferiority, they become like an actor and play the part of the perfect girlfriend or perfect boyfriend. They try to make themselves a person they think would be most impressive to their new partner and win them over. They're super agreeable and go along with all of their partner's plans for activities and music choices and places to go out to eat and people to hang out with. They make themselves always available to a fault. They do this because they believe that he will like them more if they're available. And they don't want the other person to think that they're not interested. So they're very responsive and quick to let him know that they're available. They make it very easy. And that's the problem with that. People don't appreciate things that are easy. We always value things we invest in and work hard for. Things and people that we don't invest in are somehow less valued. If you're the one doing all the investing, the relationship becomes lopsided and you'll be taken for granted and underappreciated. And then when things get difficult, it's the partner who has invested the least that is more willing to call it quits and walk away. And you'd think they'd have much more to lose, but that's not how it works. Balance is essential. So most of us can relate to this scenario in some way. In fact, relationships like this are very common. Perhaps we've had friends who have engaged in similar behaviors and have had similar results. Or maybe this scenario is similar to one that you've personally experienced. Either way, how can we fix this? How can we prevent this from happening? First, you must recognize and accept the fact that you're feeling a bit insecure with this new situation. Pay attention to your inner voice, your gut instincts, and note what you're thinking about so much. Are you thinking about how compatible you are? Are you thinking about how great your conversations were? Or are you constantly wondering how he's feeling or if he's into you or not? If that's the case, you need to change what you're focusing on. Again, you need to approach this new relationship from a position of strength, not a position of weakness or insecurity or desperation. And that begins by, number one, focusing on you. Prioritize your needs and put yourself first. As I said earlier, when you go out of your way to show the person you're dating how much you like them, when you jump at every opportunity to talk, to hang out, to text, you may be unwillingly sabotaging your relationship, especially when you aren't sure that you fully have his attention. In this case, you need to take the attention off of him and put it back onto yourself. Take care of you first. Pick up some hobbies and make and keep plans with your friends. Fill up your social calendar, and when he calls last minute to make plans, oops, sorry, I have plans. This will make him prioritize and plan his time with you. Putting yourself first also goes a long way towards helping him to see you as a high-value woman with an exciting life. And when you do that, he's going to want to be part of that. And when he isn't part of that, he's going to feel that too. Number two, give him something to miss. Simply put, you've got to be that person that he wants to be with the most. You have to rock his world in a way that no one else can and leave him wanting more. Leave him craving more. And the only one who can satisfy that craving and that need is you. So you must create that dynamic and that feeling that he can't get anywhere else. Every time he thinks of you, he's going to be thinking about the fun things. He's going to associate you with everything fun. And this is number one. Don't talk about missing him or telling him that you're going to miss him. Don't let him think that you've become too attached or needy. Let him wonder if you're actually missing him. Then he'll be the one who's watching these videos. So keep things light and fun, even though you're disappointed by the fact that he doesn't show you how much he misses you. You have to hide that disappointment and keep things light and fun and carefree. Not once, but every time you see him. Light, fun, easygoing, confident, not disappointed, frustrated, or insecure about where things are going. Number three, decide if you really like him based on his actions with you. In the scenario I described above, many people would be focusing on, and overwhelmingly so, whether or not the guy they're dating likes them. And that's an uncomfortable and insecure position to be in. And when you're worried about whether or not he wants you, you're less likely to focus on something even more important. And that is, do you like him? Are you compatible? Could this person or would this person ever be your best friend? I want you to consider this. Would you be watching a video on how to make a man miss you if you got everything you needed from your current relationship? I mean, if you were completely happy with his interactions with you, would you be watching this? So what are you hoping? You're hoping that there's something that you can do that will influence his behavior. Something that will cause a permanent change in his behavior, and something that will cause him to miss you more and to show you that he misses you. So here's my next question. What if you're always feeling like he doesn't show you enough attention or affection, or that he doesn't miss you? Let me change the scenario to make my point. Let's change it from the beginning. So you go on a date with a guy. He's super excited about you. He's texting you all the time consistently. You think he's cool and you decide to give it a try. On the first date, he lets you know that he likes you and he wants to see you again. Then he texts you right after the date and keeps in contact and constantly communicating with you. He wants to confirm plans with you. In this situation, you have no doubt in your mind that the guy is into you. There's no anxiety, no worries. And when this happens, the only thing you have to decide is whether or not you also like him. The only pressure you may feel in this situation comes from him wanting to know where you stand. It's quite different from not knowing or feeling insecure about his feelings. You don't worry if he misses you because he's letting you know that he does. Isn't that what you want? And herein is my point. A person may look like an amazing catch on the outside. He may be beautiful and successful and funny. But ultimately, if he isn't emotionally connected with you, if he isn't giving you what you need in the form of a relationship, it's not going to work in the long run anyway. And that leads to the last one. Number 4, be willing to walk away if he isn't all that you need. For some people, the fear of a relationship ending or of being abandoned is usually far more terrifying to think about than it is to experience. This fear keeps so many people from walking away from toxic and unhealthy relationships. Despite being completely unsatisfied and unhappy, They remain stuck because they fear being alone. Or worse, they fear that their partner will find someone better and be happier with someone else. But isn't that the point? Look, dating isn't a sport. It's supposed to be a process of courting. You know, getting to know another person so that you can decide if they're the one for you, so that you can decide if you're compatible and if you want to spend your life with them. It's like a trial period to know if they're the one for you. And the beginning of a relationship should be the easy part. That's when things should be great. If they aren't great in the beginning, why would you think that they will get better later? Meeting a person that's not right for you, a person that is not a good match, is not a reflection of you, period. Relationships are not made in heaven. They come in individual kits that take time and effort to put together. And it takes both parties working together. Sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 60-40, and other times it's 40-60. But it's all about balancing each other and supporting one another when needed. If a relationship is meant to be, if he's the person for you, if you're really that compatible, then implementing these tips and suggestions will certainly bring the two of you closer. That's for sure. But if it's not right, if he's not the one for you, or if there are too many differences, nothing you can do will change that outcome. It just won't work, and that's okay. So I'd love to hear your stories and examples. Have you been in this situation and turned things around? If so, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below and let's start a discussion. I promise to respond to all of them. Oh, and if you're interested in more videos that will help you build great relationships so you can grow happy with the people you love, make sure that you've subscribed and click the bell notification so you aren't missing anything. And please hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.